and the Boston Red Sox. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're going to have a special atmosphere for this one, Singy. These fans have been waiting a long time to get back inside the ballpark and support their favorite team.
Yeah, we knew today would be electric, but after their team picked up a few road wins to kick off the year, I think the energy inside this stadium is going to be turned up an extra notch. So let's see if they can keep this good start going here at home.
And now,
first pitch coming at you right after the break.
Boston Red Sox.
Just about set. And today's starter, Garrett Crochet. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Ozzie Smith, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that's a little bit high. And it's 2-1. And a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count.
Ready.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Bunting for a hit. Not in time. He's safe.
Batting third, first baseman.
Sometimes you can get a little too aggressive trying to cut off that lead run and try to make something happen that really isn't there. Got to take that sure out at first base. Not sure what happened right there in terms of communication.
First and second, no outs. And here's the first baseman. And a strike. Smith, the lead runner, out at second. Brock on at first with nobody out. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 3-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. The hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
Jim Edmonds next up for the Cardinals. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set.
No.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Pitch
No.
misses, and the count is even
2 balls,
2-2.
2 strikes.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Love how he let that ball
Batting
travel,
fifth, the
trusted his
designated
hands.
hitter,
Nice
Stan
job of going the
Musial.
other way.
Stan Musial, the next to hit. That
That's a
one
strike.
finds the zone. That's strike one.
0-1.
Late swing, foul to the left. Got him swinging.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And up next for St. Louis, Josh Donaldson. That's way
1-0.
outside, and that's ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. And a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his
1 ball,
arms
1
extended,
strike.
tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Now up for St. Louis, Juan Bin Cho. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. 2 outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. It's now 3-0. Back in Boston, getting the nod on the mound, Bob Gibson.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Alex Bregman,
No ball,
the leadoff
1
batter,
strike.
as he swings through it for strike one.
Well, after putting up a
1-1.
nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
This one in the air, center field. Cho settles under it. 1 up, 1 down. Check out the Red Sox lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Rafael Devers.
This is kind of a weird individual stat to lead the league in runs scored, but he's doing that in the AL right now. And I tell you what, he's doing a lot of things well. There are good vibes coming from this guy because when they come up to hit behind him, they're finding a way to move him over and get him across the plate. I tell you what, it's kind of one of those intangible things we talk about in the sport.
Ripped on a line. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, left fielder, number 24.
Manny Ramirez digs in now.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Climb the ladder with that fastball, and it's 0-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Brock gets under it. And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Ted Simmons. Crochet back to work. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Here's the 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Batting ninth.
Now it's the second baseman.
Number 4.
That one fouled off. Hernandez hitting ninth in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Just off the outside corner. Now 1-2. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Ozzie Smith next up for the Cardinals. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Fouled off left side. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Around first and hustling for second. In there safely.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Lou Brock will hit next. That one's in there. 0-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Rafaela makes the play, and that is that. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead at 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's a big power threat. David Ortiz.
First baseman, David Ortiz.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers up to hit. To say Bob Gibson's season in 1968 was outstanding is an understatement. His ERA that year was 1.12. That's so dominant it doesn't even seem possible. There's a strike.
Gibson won the Triple Crown that year in the National League. He was just absolutely untouchable. Hitters had a hard time sleeping the night before his starts.
Depending on who you ask, Gibson either gets the blame or the credit for Major League Baseball lowering the mound after that 1968 season. And that one misses up and in. And the count 1-2. And downstairs.
2-2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One out, base is empty. Pitch misses, and it's 3-2. Draws the walk there, and that's their first base runner of the game.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Now the third baseman, good power, not great in the OBP department.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
And first offering is fouled off. Devers, the base runner at first with one out. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Cho moving under this one. Drops into the glove. 2 down. Cedar Rafaela getting ready to hit. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We played 2 full. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. It's 0-1. And there's a ball.
1-2.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Bregman handles. Tosses to first. Out. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, number 15.
Digging in, Jim Edmonds. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter Stan Musial.
And the batter now, Stan Musial. Just outside. Missed. To measure what a force Stan the man was for the Cardinals, look at his first decade in the league. In those years, he won 3 MVP awards and finished second another 3 times.
With Musial, it's the consistency that really sets him apart for me. He hit 300 or better in every one of his first 17 seasons in the bigs. And I'll tell you, hitting 300 is hard enough to do over the course of one full season. To do it almost 20 straight seasons like Stan the Man did is just ridiculous.
So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Now at the plate, Josh Donaldson. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Rafaela should have this one. Nabs it, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here in Boston as we go to the last of the third. And the batter will be the shortstop, number 15. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Gibson, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter into an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spin on anything that's down.
And a swing and a line drive into right field.
Batting ninth, catcher Connor Wong.
And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Nobody out, runner at first. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. That's off the inside corner. Going to count 1 and 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one missed.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Man at second. That one hit to right. Brock really on his horse forward. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And it remains 2 and 2. Stays alive.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
The 2-2. Hard hit, right side. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. One away with a runner at third here in the last half of the third. That one outside. 1-1. Up the middle. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
One down. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. He's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
2 on, 1 out. And here is Manny Ramirez. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch is in there. And that's strike 1. Two on, 1 out. Fly ball to right. Brock gets under it. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, David Ortiz.
Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Fenway, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Wan Bin Cho. And that's outside.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brunansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. Swing and a miss. Crochet gets the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Simmons stands in now and watches strike 1. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that, because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. Hernandez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Foul ball there.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
The 1-1.
Up, ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Redbirds down quietly, and the score stays 3-1. Back here at Fenway, ready to go, bottom 4. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
Hitter, Rafael Devers.
That clips the zone, 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Back there. And it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the third baseman. And that one fouled off. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Cedon Rafaela now at the plate.
Cedon Rafaela.
Just
outside.
missed. The 1-0. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall and make that play. And it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Out to short. Out number 3.
Out.
And the Red Sox leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for
pitcher's
St.
duel
Louis,
so far. Here's how the
shortstop,
starters have
Smith.
performed up to this point. Crochet back to work. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, number
Lou
20.
Brock digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. That one in there across the letters. And we're looking at one of the greatest base stealers of all time standing at the plate, the incomparable Lou Brock. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3
Now batting,
fastballs,
number 5.
all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only one away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
1st and 2nd, one out. Jim Edmonds next up for the Cardinals. In there, and it's 0-1. Runners at 1st and 2nd with one gone, and we're at the top of the 5th. To short, could be 2. Bregman for 1, and that's 2. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Red Sox 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Red Sox finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities.
Ball.
It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Off the mark there. Ball 2.
2-1.
And there's a ball.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
In the air, right side. Brock makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Alex
Bregman.
Bregman, in his 6th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. Tap foul at the plate. And that one in the air, center field. Cho. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 2. That one clips the outside corner, and that is strike 1. The Red Sox down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, number 24.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Manny Ramirez. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Red Sox, and they still trail it here, 3-1. And we're back.
Leading
now,
off for
Stan
St. Louis,
Musial.
the designated
This
hitter,
is a
Stan
true
Musial.
5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And first offering is fouled off.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Donaldson, the next to hit. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Musial leads off second with nobody out.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have
And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He'll score easily. Relay to second, and he's there with a double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Juan Bin Cho next up for the Cardinals. There's a strike. One on, nobody out, a run in, and we're the top half of the sixth. Nasty pitch right there. 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Donaldson rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
That's a good job right there.
Now
You got
batting,
2 strikes
number
on you, just got to
23.
battle.
Here's the catcher to hit, Ted Simmons, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Runner at second, nobody out. Swings through it for the K. Wong down to first.
He's out.
Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an
number
individual
4.
performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
On the ground, Bregman. Over to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
Now batting, shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
So the batting order turns over. Ozzie Smith next up for the Cardinals. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He can't get there. It's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You know
Now
what they
batting,
say.
number
He
20.
couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that. And certainly
There goes Ozzie. Pitch
No, that's
misses
the ball.
and safe.
1-0.
It's a stolen base. Man on second, 2 down. And that one fouled off. Liner, base hit. Here comes Ozzie around third. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 7-1.
Now batting, number 5.
And now the first baseman. He's already homered in this game. And that is out of play.
well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning. And
there goes Brock. And a foul ball. Brock off of first with 2 away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that's off the inside edge.
1-2.
And the count is 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That one is blasted left field towards the monster. And this one's off the billboards. Home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 9-1.
Now he's just showing off out there. And who could blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat. Watch it go a long way. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Here's the left fielder, Jim Edmonds. Right through there for a strike. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
He goes down looking. They bring 9 to the plate, and 6 come around to score. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Red Sox 1. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Yeah. Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. And now it's filled up.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. And that one hammered. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Now it's Devers at the plate. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Edmonds settles under it. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, number 55.
Now the third baseman. In the air, left side, Edmonds. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Red Sox 1. Back now at Fenway. New inning getting started. And now the DH, Stan Musial.
Now pitching
and so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Brian Bayo.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, back there and out of here. his second of the year. It's 10-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Ball
Donaldson,
inside.
the next to hit, takes ball one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next
Ball
offering
3.
misses, and that's ball 3. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Out towards right center field, Abreu hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 8.
So digging in, Juan Bin Cho. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 2 out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known
Now
for
batting,
using
number
the entire
23.
field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Ted Simmons. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Into center and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his
Now batting,
bat
number
stays
4.
in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that
No
bat
ball.
being on plane.
One strike.
And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. He makes the grab, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 10-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for
Set for
the
the last
Red
half of the
Sox.
7th. And
Center
stepping in for
fielder,
Boston, Cedar Rafaela.
Rafaela.
And first offering is fouled off. Late on that fastball.
So impressive how
No
the
ball.
velo is
2
still
strikes.
there even this deep into the outing.
Foul ball still 0-2. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run
Now
right there.
batting,
He saved
number 15.
extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Cho has this one sized up. Makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Connor Wong.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. First
Ball,
pitch,
no.
and he just misses. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Back here in Boston, we go to the 8th, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Ozzie Smith. Bayo in his 3rd season, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. A swing and a soft liner. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 20.
Lou Brock getting ready to hit.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. One down, base is empty. In the air, out towards left center. Ramirez flashes the leather on the running catch.
Now batting,
Those can
number
be pretty
5.
fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So up next, number 5. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 outs. That
1-2.
misses, and that is ball 1.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Red Sox 1. And we're back here at Fenway Park. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's Alex Bregman. Gibson back to work. Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
0-1.
Strike 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Out to short. Smith over to first in time. And they
Now
get
batting,
Bregman for the
the
out.
right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
And now, Wilyer Abreu. And first offering is fouled off.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
That one ripped. Going back. And it hits off the monster. Throws to second. Safe.
No,
And that's his
he's safe.
3rd hit. Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Bob Gibson is done, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
New
St.
arm
Louis.
on the mound for the Cardinals,
Number
Kyle
62,
Leahy. This is
Kyle
his 5th
Leahy.
appearance of the year. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Look
Dead
out!
ball. That got
And it hit him.
First.
No, that's not exactly what they're going for when they say
Now
one up,
batting,
one down.
The first baseman.
So now it's the
David
full hitter,
Ortiz.
David Ortiz. 0 for 3, a flyout, a ground out, and a strikeout. Lifted in the air, right center field. Brock in pursuit. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. And here is
Up
Devers.
next for the Red Sox, designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
And first offering is fouled off. Pulls that one foul. First and second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Welcome back as
Leading
we
off
take a look
for
at their
St.
upcoming
Louis,
schedule.
Left fielder, number 15.
Outside low, and it's 1-0. On the ground to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Stan Musial.
Stan Musial next up for the Cardinals. He's already homered here in this one. They
That's
say
a
you win.
strike. No ball. 1 strike.
The Redbirds up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. Next
No,
pitch is outside. Check
Hurry.
swing, called strike.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting,
And
number
up next
22.
for St. Louis, Josh Donaldson. And there's the strike. Musial leads off first with 1 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. On the ground to second, might be 2. Bregman to first.
He's out.
That's out number 2.
Now batting, number 8.
So 2 down now, and here is Juan Bin Cho. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Outside corner, there's a strike. That's
Ball.
a little bit low. Chopped out in front of the plate. On to first,
Out.
and the inning is over. The Cards leave one, but they maintain their 10-1 lead. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Here's the third baseman, number 55. There's a strike. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swinging a foul straight back. One and two here. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. The throw in. And he'll pull into second safely.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1.
On the ground to the left. Into the outfield, base hit. And out to a board.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
So they're at the corners now. Here's the shortstop at the plate. 1 for 3. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and it's now 10-2. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 in this one. This to third, Donaldson. The throw to second, now to first, and it's a double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives them a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
So it's their last chance in this one. So stepping in for Boston, Alex Bregman. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cardinals take this one in a blowout.
Key to this game was that huge 6th inning. They jumped all over the opposing pitching, and it was like they knew what was coming. And that kind of confidence just takes a team to the finish line, and that's what they did. They got the win in this game.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.